wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement.
What is going on, everybody? John Anthony, Chairshot Sports, a Sport Corner affiliate, powered as always by Zoa Energy. Man, what an episode of NXT we had tonight. Everything is growing. Everything's getting great ever since TNA Slammiversary, heading into Heat Wave in a couple weeks. Man, me and my boy over here, Mike Norton, man, we are pulling some double duty. If you didn't see the SummerSlam predictions that we ran a little earlier tonight, definitely do yourself. Check that out with Lady Alpha, Vinny from Sutton Square Circle, also Matt Trigger. We were up in here talking about SummerSlam, all this stuff going on this upcoming weekend. But man, Mike, how we doing, man? How's everything going else tonight? How you doing?
Doing good. I mean, good show. It kept me awake. I was worried I was gonna fall asleep.
Same.
Yeah. You know what that double duty on top of work would do to you.
I know. That's what. Thank God I had today off. I was saying, I literally was like, man, I really hope this show is worth it. I came in here, I started watching it, and I was like, man, all right, I'm here for it. It's exciting. There's a lot of stuff to write about.
Yes.
Yeah, the show was good. Obviously, the SummerSlam prediction show was awesome. Go check that out on Chairshot Sports. It was awesome. Good stuff. But hey, listen, forget about that. Forget about SummerSlam. We're here it's Tuesday night. We're here to talk about everything NXT, everything that went down. Man, what a show. We were just saying before we came on here, like what they're doing over on Tuesday nights is amazing. The character development, the storyline stuff, everything looks just as good that you see on Mondays and Fridays. Sean is cooking down in Florida, down at PC, down at NXT, man.
Yes, he is.
I love what they're doing, man. I love it. And we just talked about as far as like the women kind of cooking up a little better, kind of rising, the cream rising to the top a little bit faster. A little bit faster than the men. The women have a little bit more prove. Not that they should, but I feel like they have to knock that chip off their shoulder and be like, oh, listen, y'all think you're the big boys, but we're the main event. And I love that for the women. So that's actually a great segue into the first. We got Jada Parker, Miss Parker, Jasmine Nix, man.
Reaction.
Dude,
I don't even know half the stuff they were saying, but they kept saying Miss Parker at the end. I felt like they.
So the Miss Parker. So I was a fan of her when she was still the heel, running with the OTMs out the mud. If you haven't watched them, I don't know. Like I don't know where they've transitioned to. They're not high rise. They've those boys. I don't know where they went, but
yeah,
it's not good. I don't know what happened, but Jada was like their kind of liaison. She was the follow along, the diva, if you will.
Yeah.
And people hated. Jada has had some great matches, some great rivalries with Lola Vice.
Yeah.
She stepped to Jordan Grace one time, but I really hope that now that she's over, you got the Miss Parker thing going on. And even as a heel, she's getting cheered. Because if you want to look at her, she's one of those realist people. Like she comes out there, she's like, listen, I'm just here to win a title. I don't give a damn about any of y'all.
She comes off supernatural.
And that's what it is. I'm like, man, and that's why I liked her. I'm like, I just feel it.
Yeah.
A real character just out here, just like, listen, I don't care about any of y'all. I'm just gonna beat the hell out of y'all and get that belt. That's what I'm here for. And that's every rivalry she's had, every match she's been in, she's shown that she's been about it. I think we're going into Heat Wave. Obviously, you and me are gonna be there.
Yeah.
And it's just, the stuff that happened tonight, we're gonna talk about. I just feel like we might see a presence with her or other people going for the NXT Women's Championship. So I'm excited for it.
For sure.
Yeah. So the match was great. Good stuff, obviously. Jasmine Nix, I'm still out on her. I feel like she's like the third kind of the weakest link of the three people out of Fatal Influence. No offense to her, but you got Fallon. You got Stacey James, the double champ.
Beauty.
She is. No
She's the beauty of the group.
She really is.
She's not a decent wrestler, but I see what you're saying. The other two just seem like they're a lot farther ahead than she is as far as him.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, there's nothing, anything else, nothing against her. Like, she's doing a great job. I love her. I love watching her. But I saw her matchup against Jada Parker. I was like, I kind of see how this is going down. Like, I mean, but with that being said, one hypnotic later, 1, 2, 3, baby. Jada Parker walks out of there with a win. Awesome match, good stuff. Your feelings as far as the match and opening that up for NXT?
This was one of the matches that woke me up. I mean, sending all the baddies to the ring, it had me up.
Yes.
I'm awake, you know. I think they referenced it on maybe JC did like a week or two ago, saying that you got to put the baddie up against the baddie. So they had slight build to it, slight build. I
She
caught that.
did.
Yeah. But match is decent. I think the goal here was just really ascending Jada, and it definitely did the job there. So I appreciated the match, and I'm interested to see where it goes from there.
I'm excited too. No, I agree. It's great for Jada anytime she gets that push. And I feel like at the end of the day, before she does get that call up, which I know she's going to get, and it's not that bias talking, but when she does get that call up, I can guarantee you she's probably going to have the NXT Women's Championship for a little bit. Cass Marie, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Our second time here for bringing it up. Yeah, we are doing some double duty tonight. Coming to you a little later with the NXT Rewind. Yeah, it was a good match, man. It got me. But I was like, let's go. Speaking of getting going and staying excited, and Javon Evans comes out, man, and this I got me some love for Javon, man. This
Yeah,
man
he's
is the
special.
future. He's man, wow. I mean, you get the rub from Randy Orton in St. Louis, and you get the rub from Taker last week to go
Yeah,
take down the biggest dog. Like that, what more do you need? He's been in he's been in North American Championship matches. He's been in an NXT Championship match. Like he's gotten the call out from legends. Like that, we can all already see that this guy's going to get anointed, which is awesome because he's great at what he does in the ring. Your
yeah.
thoughts as far as Javon before we talk about it, but like, your
Um,
thoughts as far as the character and how you see him kind of progressing NXT WWE wise.
I mean, I believe the first time I seen him was like on AEW Dark. This ain't that man no more. So his development is, I mean, it's been great to see. Um, Promo work's getting better. He's getting all the right rubs right now. Um, I'm super intrigued to see what he does right now. Think his the end of his road is going to be eventually an NXT title. I guess the question is when does it come?
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, he's hip. Everyone loves him, and his pop is wild when he comes out with the whole intro, everything else. Sometimes they fade to the 2K, the WWE 2K intro with him too, which is cool. He comes out and is pretty much like, "Listen, man, I'm here to call it the top dog, the biggest dog in the yard." That's what Taker was talking to me about.
Yep.
Trickin' A, baby. Let's talk about it. Makes his
Talk
way
about
down. Pump back coming out. I don't know what kind of bark that was. If you're a dog, it was, "Hur, hur, hur, hur." I don't know what that was, but I guess that was a bark for talking about the biggest dog. If you're Trick, but he
it.
comes out. I was like,
The
"What?
damn show wasn't DMX.
No, for real." I was like, what was that? Like, was that a bark? Like, he's like, "Hur, hur, hur, hur." No, stop that. Don't do that. Don't none of that. It wasn't a Braun Breaker. Definitely wasn't a DMX. So I don't know what that was.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
he comes out, pretty much gets in there. This is whole soliloquy as far as telling Javon, "Listen, I am what I am. I'm the champion in TNA. We've done this dance before. And listen, when the grown folk are talking, listen, let them talk. Let's talk about it." And Javon's like, "Listen, I wasn't even talking about you, man. I don't know why you're even out here right now. It wasn't even you I was talking about to call out.
Yeah.
I was talking about Oba Femi." That obviously raises the chance from the crowd. Like
Yep.
Trick obviously jumping the shark on that one.
Yeah. But I feel like
High
that's
rise.
his gimmick. I feel like that's his gimmick, you know? Like
Which one? The
um
Javon?
no, with Trick.
With
Like
Trick?
he's right now he has the TNA title, and he's big shit, but we know that he's little pup to Oba. But I feel like his gimmick is not understanding he's little bro to Oba yet. So he's still, ain't got over that yet. I feel like that's part of his gimmick.
No, absolutely. 126%. That is definitely what it is. Like he think he's the big fish in a little bitty pond, and Oba's like, "Nah, let me tell you, I'm the ruler. That's not what you do." Like he's
You're
just
like,
gonna talk down a trick.
you're still number two, little buddy.
You really are, little bro. Listen to Unk. Listen. Let me tell you something. So obviously High Rise comes out. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like with Wesley, man, I was a huge fan of his. Like obviously but I still am. But the
Yeah.
heel, the face stuff, and obviously he got injured. He came back. This heel stuff fits him.
Yeah.
Wesley as a heel, with coming out with it with that hedge on his head with that pick. Like I like that. Like I do more of that. I like that. It fits him nicely.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, with the boys, obviously with him, with High Rise, they obviously beat him down. I was waiting for Oba to come out. Maybe that's coming. Like we get a tag team match in a couple weeks. I don't know, but obviously he hits a cardiac kick on over on Javon. He's like, "Listen, I'm gonna go talk to Ava. I'm gonna put your ass down one time. Let me talk about it." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Obviously, we'll talk about that match in a little bit when we get to that later on the show. But more importantly, this Chase U stuff.
Yeah.
Chase U, man. I don't ever want them to be. I didn't want him to be like the comedic, funny kind of thing.
They're
Like
a roller coaster.
they really are. Like they get hyped. Like you're like, yeah, let's go. Okay, Mr. Chase, let's go. And then you get this stuff with like 1, 2, 3. And then they're doing stuff with Hank and Tank where they're gonna beat him with chairs. It almost reminded me of The Office, right? Where everyone's kind of standing there like this, with with the guns out, like who's flinching? Who's flinching? I was like, what are we doing? I was gonna hit you with this chair. You didn't hit me with that chair. I was gonna hit you with the chair. So apparently we have a mutual respect match going on next week. Hank and Tank and Chase U.
All they had to do was ask.
That's all you need to do. You just ask us. That's all you gotta do. We love Chase U. We love Mr. Chase, man. Let's go. Okay, we're cool. Let me just real quick before we move on. Obviously, this is a funny segment, but we see what Chase U has been the past, like maybe I want to say 2-3 months. Obviously, Andre was gone and he got called back and they restarted Chase U. What are your thoughts about Chase U right now? Kind of where do you want to see that go? Does Andre ever like ascend to something on his own, or is it always just going to be this like having like a school over like a tag team of people he's mentoring, just a manager for life, I guess?
That's actually a real good question. I honestly have no idea. He might just be in that comedic role.
Yeah.
But then it's like to see it you stuck in that comedic role on NXT. How far could you really get in the WWE? I guess it's kind of shaky grounds there. I do like him as a talent. So hopefully one day he maybe like rips the sweater off and snaps or something. But while at this point, I just don't have no confidence that Chase U is gonna rebound to anything more than just like a comedic group, So
Yeah, no, I feel that.
yeah,
That's a crappy thing. I mean, he always comes out in the short, in the pants, and the sweater, and I'm like, I guess that's all we got for Andre. Again, I don't know.
yeah. He's not a bad wrestler.
No, not in the least.
I just feel like sometimes they just pick certain times they just see you as a coach or something, and you're just done. It's like no way you're getting around that.
Nope. And that sucks, man, because like I said, he's a good wrestler, but maybe he's just meant to be like that, bringing up people in the Chase U as they get more people in. That's what I wanted to see it be. Like, Chase U be the thing, but it can be the mainstay, like always have the same faction. And you see someone come in, whether it's from Evolve or someone from AEW. It's almost, I don't want to say it's always the comedic thing. Doesn't always have to be funny, but like kind of you come through the ranks, right? So you see someone coming in the door, right? They get that little walk, what they do in the beginning of the show. They get the camera back up, and you get that walk through. Yeah. And here's Andre Chase. Hey, what's going on? Andre Chase U. And you're like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I gotta go. No. Your first period is on 10 minutes. You got to make sure you're in class, man. You got to hit homeroom real quick before you. And that's what I want to see. Like before you even do anything and cut your chops at NXT, you need to go through Chase U class. That would give him like just that would give him a spot for years, bro. It's like a running thing and then bring it up at one time for NXT for Raw or SmackDown at some point. That would be cool. Like that's one of those things where you're like, damn, that's awesome.
Agree.
I would like that.
That'd be a lot better than what they're doing with him.
I mean, no shit. Like, and just popping up like, I didn't want to hit him with chairs. What are you talking about? I didn't talk about that. Like, come on, man. What are you doing? Figure it out. Great match. Great match that we got following that. The NQCC, we got obviously KVN taking on Dempsey. Man, wow. What a match. And the first of 3, I'm going to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it now. We'll get it out of the way.
Yeah.
The Joe Hendry promo. Now, what I know you got something to say. I saw you. I heard the breath. Wait, before.
No, go ahead.
After seeing what happened at Slammiversary and seeing what happened on Thursday with Santana, again, no spoiler. It's been a couple of days. So you got to watch TNA.
Yeah.
When they had the main event, and Santana beat Joe. And he's walking Joe around. He's holding his hand up. They're shaking hands. They're hugging like one of them's leaving. And I was watching. I'm like, what are we doing? That's weird. Like I get it. Santana won because it's a throwback to the same anniversary. Okay, cool. And Joe's kind of doing this. Joe looked kind of emotional, and Santana's doing the arm up, kind of the point thing. And now I see these vignettes. Dare I say, has Joe Hendry come to the dark side? Has he signed with WWE? What are your thoughts as far as the vignettes popping up in 3 different matches tonight in NXT?
I think I mean, I've been on record probably for like 3 months saying I feel that he's been signed to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he signed to them around the time when he got his WrestleMania moment. And that's why I think it was easy for him for from the outside looking in to be like, oh, well, it kind of was like some people looked at it like, oh, that's your TNA champ. You shouldn't have kind of like squashed him like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel that in his mind, he was already under contract or about to. So that was just lining him up to a storyline in the future. So I think it was more about him than TNA. But obviously, it did, bring the belt out. He's the TNA champ. But I believe he's him and probably Jordan Grace signed around the same time. I remember he had a interview, or maybe it was just like he said it. I don't remember exactly, but it was from him saying that he had a deal with TNA that allowed him to still work with WWE in certain things. And when they put out, I believe they put out a shirt of his.
Yep, the WrestleMania one.
All right, yeah, there you go. Now, was that on TNA's website or WWE's?
WWE's. There you go.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
If he was signed to TNA,
it'd be on TNA's website.
there we go. So I just think that he's a big part of TNA. So even though he probably signed a while ago, he probably let in signing contracts saying that he needs to let the TNA stuff run its course because he don't want to just cut their booking or anything that have written prior. So he probably told him, look, I'll sign now, but I need 3 to 6 months to clear my locker.
Right. And that makes sense too, because if they signed him and letting him know, being into that part of losing at the Trick, all this other stuff, then being in the triple threat, and obviously having that match this past Thursday on Impact, and kind of having that swan song with him and Santana. What a better way to Santana being, obviously a mainstay on Impact for the longest time, way before Joe Hendry was a thing, and Joe coming back. I'm going to say about it. I mean, we'll talk about it as we go through. There's 2 more other times he pops up, but I just hope they do it right. I hope he's not used as a gimmick, used for just T-shirts. I hope, we kind of take that and make him something legitimate. I'm not saying put a world championship on this man, but definitely, I mean, put a North American championship on him, bring him up, maybe a Intercontinental championship.
Yeah.
He dropped to Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Like, do this man right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I think it's easy to get the NXT title on him.
Mhm.
I'm more worried about him with the main roster because he's too big to just be in NXT for extended period.
Yeah.
So I guess the question would be what happens with him on the main roster.
I know people were pumped about it. I know people at WrestleMania went wild with the Joe Hendry interest. I'll tell you this right now, and again, it's hard for me. And I said this. I was talking about with Aaron. I'm talking TNA. It's tough for me to gauge it. Again, the first time I've ever been to a TNA event because they haven't come up here, not by choice, but first time I came like locally was Slammiversary, and when he came out, he didn't even do the face turn. He did nothing. People were not popping for the entrance. Again, we're in Long Island. We're here to see Santana win it, so I get that. But I really hope the gimmick hasn't kind of gone too far. Where WWE and WWE's done this before. They'll bring people in. The iron's hot, white hot.
Yeah,
and it's a little less than white. And WWE's like, yeah, come on, let's go. No, 2 months ago, this was it, and now we're doing it now. I guess okay, we'll do it now if you want, but I think cool. A little bit on the back end. So I really hope they go ahead.
No, I was gonna say whether people want to hear it or not might be probably an unpopular opinion. He's gonna definitely need a lot of character development to make it on the main roster.
Like, absolutely, yeah. He can't just be a face turn 15 times during a match to the cam for the
That's
hard
good
cam.
until it isn't, you know?
Yeah, it's good. It's good in developmental in TNA. You do that on Raw, people are like, and what else?
A month of
You know,
that, they might be done with it, you know? So you
that
got
is very. That's 100% true. And nothing against Joe Hendry, but everyone knows the WWE the universe is very fickle. Like if they'll like it till they don't, and then you're like, all right, well, I guess I'm out of here. I guess I got to go. It's been fun. Guess I'm on NXT. I guess I'm on Evolve now. Shit, here we go.
He's honestly blew up way faster than he probably should have.
So
It's a
fast.
good thing. It's a good thing, but it's also probably a reason why he's a little bit underdeveloped in certain areas. But you get him. I mean, you get him in NXT for a little bit, he'll be fine. But he definitely needs character development. That spin and song isn't going to be enough for the WWE.
Yeah, doing a whole bunch of this on the apron is not going to last you, man. It's not, unfortunately.
Exactly.
What's going on, Tyler? Thank you for jumping in. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. So we have that match. Obviously, Tavion gets that the super belly to belly. Man, it's almost. I feel like it's an RIP NQCC, man. Your thoughts at the end of the match? Obviously, now Dempsey stands alone. Are we looking at something where, like, Charlie gets that call up? Obviously, like getting taken care of by Daddy, like not in a disrespectful way, but is this kind of where William kind of starts grooming him to be on that main roster? Or what do you think's next for Dempsey?
I told you I hate the fact that they broke up that group. I think it had one of the most badass names and like vibes to like any of the groups. It's like a pirate name to it, you know. So when you hear that, it's just they supposed to be badass. This group don't supposed to fall apart this quick. So I personally, part of me wanted them to stick together. I do get the ending. I say that I seen this. I think we talked about this, kind of seen it written. What was gonna inevitably
happen. About last week.
Yeah, but I don't know if he gets the call up, but personally, because the thing is this, NXT is weird as it is to say, the heavyweight picture right now is a little top heavy, right? Just for as far as the people that are around that title,
Yeah.
So if he was staying in NXT, I feel like him would obviously, I guess technically it would be him with a manager now.
Yeah.
Manager that
she's the only one left. Yeah.
I just don't see if he was gonna stay, I would feel like it would be a heavyweight title picture, but I just doesn't make sense. I don't see it where that works right now. So I think you might have nailed it. It would have to be a call up, or it's probably not gonna be anything good for a little bit of time. I mean, so it got to be one or the other.
Well, I feel like they definitely need to do some character development with everyone in the group. We'll talk about a little bit later with the sit down. Excuse me, with Vic Joseph. So obviously, I think Tavion needs to have his own development, and Dempsey obviously needs to come out. Obviously, he was a leader. Everyone kind of get a little bit insight into him, but I feel like he needs to start. They all need to start growing, which obviously NXT is there for. That's why we do this. My man with the lasagna day. I could go for a damn lasagna.
Happy lasagna
I'm
day.
hungry as shit right now. Damn, let's go.
I should have made lasagna.
I got a second show. I'm hungry as hell. Damn. I'm having a snack wrap from McDonald's. Shit.
One thing I wouldn't be snack wrap. One thing I would be opposed to, right, is all of them getting development, and when they do getting called up, bringing the group back together. I wouldn't mind that, and bring them back to the main roster after they already went through the turmoil, all their problems, then bring them back together. I wouldn't be against that. I'm not sure where either character goes from now, besides probably Bowen.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm pumped. It's they were a great group together, and I know obviously singles wise they should do a great job.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped for it. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Then we go to the back. Another promo that WWE has done great jobs with the promos the past, like on Mondays and Fridays. Now they're doing it on Tuesdays. Short, sweet, to the point. Trick is in the back. Obviously, he's over here. He's talking to the High Rise and talking about. Now we're talking about TNA tag titles over with High Rise. Like Trick's gonna pull some strings and have a stroke. No, baby. Satuna Mayana. Walking
Mariana.
by. And not throwing the weight. You think about the weight, huh? You think you get the stroke, huh? And pretty much telling Trick, man, listen, don't get too used to that belt, man. Listen, that's coming back home. But Santino took the badge off. He's like, nah, today I'm a WWE superstar. Um, and Santino can only do it, man. I love him forever and a day. For as many times he wants to come back to WWE. I love it. It's awesome stuff. But now we're talking about Trick getting his boy some title shots. I was like, okay. I see Trick kind of doing this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here for it because I feel like the house of cards starts to fall. Like, kind of, it's one of those things where he kind of builds everyone up. Trick eventually loses that belt. Maybe Bound for Glory. We'll see what happens. But if he does, then everyone kind of is like looking around at each other like, oh, wait. Trick's not the champion anymore. What are we going to do now? And that's kind of how the dominoes start to fall. In
Yeah.
TNA, everyone kind of starts taking everything back. JC and High Rise and all this other stuff. If that's where we go with the belts and things like that. So that's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah.
That was a cool thing. Now I want to get into this Blake Monroe promo. I don't know how I really felt about this promo. I've been watching wrestling a long time. I know we do what we need to do. I've seen Jericho talk about CM Punk's drinking problem and drugs and stuff like that. Let's see, Jeff Hardy having a drinking problem, Jimmy Uso having DUIs. I did not think at one point that I was going to turn on NXT and watch Blake Monroe talk about the weight loss that Jordan Grace had went through, and we've all seen it. If you've watched Jordan Grace for a long time, she was obviously a little heavier set. She was obviously a little thicker in TNA, and then obviously she got with Jonathan, and hit the gym, and we have the juggernaut that we have today. And again, amazing form that she's in. But I didn't think we were gonna go that route with it. I'm watching. I'm like, we really are bringing up these slides. Oh my god! And this is typical glamour, man. If you don't know anything about Mariah May / Blake Monroe, this is what the glamour does. And she goes full out, man. Jada Parker comes out, Lola Vice, Kalani comes out, pretty much telling her, like, listen, you're not getting any of these shots at the NXT Women's Championship or anything in this division before you go through all of us, especially Jordan Grace. And Jordan Grace at this point, I feel like is the final boss.
Yeah.
Once she kind of peels herself away from these three young ladies. So with all that being said, I guess I'll throw it to you. Your thoughts on the segment in general. These three women coming out and kind of how you see Blake Monroe's path leading into that NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah, I've seen the crybabies of the IWC going batshit.
They were crying
over the body shaming, but it's like it's written TV. People, relax for a second. But
Jordan's just fine.
Yeah, she's fine. She didn't see those clips when we seen them. They've been.
They knew. Yeah.
And it ain't no different than what the internet has done to her for the past 5 years.
Hey.
The same people that flipping out today, the same people that have been body shaming her for 5 years.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. But I'd say there was parts where it kind of looked like it got a little sketchy, but this is the glamour. This is the Hail Mariah May. This is who she is.
Yep.
If you're familiar with her work, this isn't anything new.
Nope.
She's done worse, and she will do worse again. So I don't have a problem with it. I like the fact that a lot of these ladies got TV time during this segment. And I don't plan on Jordan being in NXT long. So much longer, I should say. So it works for me. I believe Blake and the ladies that came out is what we're really looking at here, because Jordan's just holding a spot for one of these ladies that eventually get to, so I'm into it. I'm still trying to get used to the Blake name. And I know why she picked it, but I'm still trying to get used to that part of it.
So two things. One, does that mirror entrance, tell me that doesn't scream Dashing Cody Rhodes to you? Like when he was looking into the mirror on the stage and doing like the looking back and looking at herself, like that screams to me Dashing.
Yeah. Little bit of that and a little bit of like Disney to it, like mirror on the wall a little bit.
Yup,
You
yup.
know?
I feel that. Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, but that I mean, kids will love that entrance for the next 10 years. I'm into the entrance. I dig it. That
They're gonna
part
be
is definitely an upgrade.
they're gonna wait to go to Fanatics in New York next year and do that. They do that entrance where they can look at themselves in the mirror and walk back and do a
Yeah,
pose. Like that's gonna be the moneymaker. Boom, let's go.
yeah.
Um,
That's the one thing that is 1000% an upgrade on anything she's done in her past. Her entrance is amazing right now.
I like it. It's good stuff. Before we get into the backstage segment with Pax and with the calling, I have a question though. So obviously Lola Vice came out.
Yeah,
Miss Parker made her way out. I want your opinion real quick. I'm not saying I'm bad. I'm down on her, but like Kalani Jordan, obviously the inaugural Women's North American Champion, had a great run, great in the ring. They keep throwing her out here as far as the Women's NXT Championship, things like that. They're teasing it. She's in like the preliminaries. What are your thoughts of Kalani? And do you think if she ever, obviously, I feel like everyone kind of the roads go through the NXT Women's Championship before you get that like call up.
yeah.
But if she ever gets that,
Some
do you think that transcends into the main roster on Raw or on SmackDown for her?
right now, no. She I think there's probably a few. It's like the super happy baby face.
Mm-hmm.
There would have to be a few of them that move or leave. God forbid, I don't want nobody to get released or
Yeah.
be
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
rotated,
Whoa.
be rotated around or something. But it's just like we've seen it before. It's kind of like and obviously in no way form are these the same character, but you'll see what I'm saying. It's like the Happy Bailey. How long did it last?
Right.
So you need to have some type of layers to the character, but in ring she's phenomenal.
Oh my
No,
God, she can
yeah,
definitely go in the ring. She's amazing in what she does. She's
yeah.
athletic. She's so good, and I do like the edge that they put on her after she lost the belt and kind of get that like no more Mrs. Nice Girl kind of thing.
See, that's
Um,
the development that she's gonna need a little bit more of that, maybe a little bit more tougher
yep.
attitude, and I think she'll be fine. But right now, she's just NXT is one of the best women's rosters in the world, so she's got a lot to compete with right now.
Yeah, it's tough. The women's. I mean, we talked about it. I mean, AEW does what they do. TNA has a great knockouts division, but you put NXT against and WWE's rosters on all three brands. And I mean, throw an Evolve in. I mean, it's damn. They have so and not for nothing. If you really want to get technical about it, you got to look over at the LFG program on Sundays.
Yeah,
These women are contending. Someone's coming out of that group to come and join the roster. Like
yeah.
it's wild. What a spoiler!
That's why I hate to say it, but that's why we see the releases we do because it's evolving so fast. You got to be able to keep up, or it's not
No
gonna
pun
work.
intended.
Yeah,
No, but it is because they can literally and think about that. Think about that as owning a business, like running a business like this,
yeah,
and looking at someone that's top tier, great what they do, and you look it down to your like a baseball team. Your first baseman's phenomenal, man. He pops like he's hitting 255. He's popping 30 out of the park for you. He's batting in like 85. You're like, okay, cool. His OBS is great. Then you look at AAA and AA, and you got two first basemen. One's popping out like 36, 37 home runs in Double A, and one's popping out 30 something in AAA. And you're like, hey man, listen, you've been great up here, but we got to we got to make room, or we're trading you over to the Devils or the Padres or the Dodgers. Like we got to get you're out of here, bro. I'm sorry, you got to go. It sucks, but that's kind of the cross that WWE, Triple H, and Sean have to kind of bear, I guess. But
yeah.
it's wild because some of the talent they let go. I'm like, don't get me started on Cora Jade. I'm not going to get started on that. But
And it's they don't like I'm not saying they ain't doing the signings, but when it comes to actual money, they're not running the checks. So it's
nope,
like they could speak up for people, but they can't just be like, you know what, that didn't work, but I'm gonna keep you on board and I'm gonna fix it. They don't get to make those calls. They have a certain timeline to get those wrestlers right. And if it doesn't work, someone else is making those calls. And
yep.
that's where, the little bit of the difference is where it's like you can't always blame the guy that's trying to get you up to speed. He's not the guy cutting the check.
And the wild thing is, I just saw this yesterday looking at Twitter because obviously I'll be there at night two for SummerSlam. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at talking about SummerSlam. There's tryouts in Jersey.
Yeah, Big Ben Bishop, he's
Yeah,
there.
but you saw that? Yeah, Bishop. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, dude, they're holding tryouts. Like you can't. That's why it's so funny to me. Like I see a lot of you and me see it all the time in the IWC, and you just see people talking like whatever they talk, and I'm like, it isn't always evil. You got to wake up in the morning, and I'm not trying to I can't think of the last wrestler I talked about on TV that kind of broke that fourth wall, and like Randy talks about it, Cody talks about it sometimes, John's talked about it.
yeah,
Like you need to wake up. You know what? John Cena is probably the one guy who's talked about it on a consistent basis for the past 10 to 15 years. Like if you are not here for this, go home. Like you are not going to keep going because there's someone better than you, works harder than you, is hungrier than you, and you're
yeah.
just going to be put out the pasture anyway. So what are you doing here? Like
Correct.
and these the fact they're doing tryouts with these people, they bring them in. If you're in NXT or Evolve and you're like, yeah, I'm pretty good. You're feeling like you're sitting kind of not that you should ever rest in your laurels till you're like a champion in WWE. But like you're like, all right, my spot's kind of full. You come in the next day at tapings and X and Y and X and Y are in a tag match and you're back at the bottom. You're like, what happened?
And you know the worst part, right? A lot of those tryouts already developed wrestlers that are doing
Yup,
well
that's the
for
thing. Yeah,
themselves from the
yeah.
indies.
They're
So
coming for you, baby. They know. Like, yup.
like not only are you over there trying to zone in or own your craft, there's people coming in that are leap years ahead of you.
They
You
already
know?
know wrestling. They know how to sell. They know the promo work. You're screwed. Like
Yeah.
you're just.
Yeah.
But
But
that's the
that's how
thing,
they
man.
find the diamonds, though. That's how they find. But that's also how they miss diamonds too, because it's. I mean, some people get it sooner, some people get it later.
Yeah, the one. I mean, I'll throw a couple names. Like not to go too far off of the NXT track, but I mean, if we're talking about this kind of stuff, I mean, someone like. I mean, I think you can agree with me on this. Swerve Strickland. Like that was a dude. Come on. But I will say one thing though about Swerve though. As much as that WWE, I don't think he could have been what he was or is now. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
In that environment in WWE, he
I,
needed the AEW environment
I believe so.
to flourish and be the Swerve Strickland. Like maybe some of the death matches, being able to cuss, being able to say what you wanted to say,
I agree.
that edge your talent. But Swerve, man, that's one. If you had just let him go a little bit, give
I,
him a little bit of rope, little bit of leeway, man. I'm telling you, man,
I,
what a
I,
star.
I put it like this, right? They've had Kenny Omega in for tryouts and whiffed and
Yeah,
let him walk out that door.
swing and a miss.
So they like I said, when you got these young wrestlers coming in and you're trying to find things and just get something going fast, and then you have these other 15 guys that show up tomorrow that are already been in TNA or New Japan and they're already toured the world. It's like it's not sometimes you're gonna miss that young talent.
Yeah, and you know what? That's nothing against the talent. As long as the talent lands somewhere, whether it's TNA,
Yeah.
AEW, New Japan, man. As long as that talent lands and they hit and they're able to get in front of people, man. And that's what you and me talk about all the time, man.
A
It,
lot of the time too, I think that failing probably pushes them to become who they are.
yep, I agree with
So
that 100%. Absolutely. So obviously back to NXT, talking about developmental. We go backstage, and this was an interesting development as far as the culling. This is probably the first time I think they've teased anything with them as far as dissension.
yes.
Obviously Pax has been, was brought in, um, by Izzy, and apparently after Sean talked over to Ava, now Pax has got a women's North American championship match next week.
Yeah.
Izzy was not having this. It was not a happy ending for her. Obviously, they all walk away. And my boy Luca, man, sad face, not happy to see him, man. The
Yeah.
first stuff 2 times it was mentioned tonight. Family doesn't last forever. We know this in watching WWE. Whatever you watch, any federation with 3 letters, it's all good until like you say it's good until it's not,
Yep.
and then that's it. So obviously, I think this is the first time I think with the culling wise, and you got to look too. We got SummerSlam coming up, Survivor Series,
Yep.
everything, the Royal Rumble, Mania, and obviously we're going to a draft. So, little things here and there, nicks in the armor with groups, but the culling is the first time you see something like this where Luca does the whole foreshadowing, and also Stax does it too. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, Luca gives the whole nothing lasts forever. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye kind of like fading away to from the screen. um, real quick, as far as I mean, you've seen it happen. Pax has obviously joined this group as he brought her on as someone who obviously Izzy can manipulate, and use her to help her out. I think even aside from Sean Spears, I think this is something Izzy's done on her own to kind of manipulate her because Pax is obviously she's been tagged with multiple folks who have and Gigi, you know, um, um, the name escapes me. Who else got released that she was tagged with? Shotzi.
Shotzi, yeah.
And not for nothing, it was almost like I saw someone had put it like that. She's the bad luck charm, and I think she actually put out something about like, yo, you need to shut up. Like this is not cool that you say this about me. I'm not the one who chooses who gets released. They literally were putting her with people that were letting go like months later. So it's cool that she's with the Culling obviously now. She's with Izzy, but obviously this like could we look at something where they pull some kind of weird swerve where we've all talked about. I know I have with Soul week after week. Zaria's going to screw her out. Zaria's going to screw it up. They're going to turn. Something's going to happen. Do we look at someone like Tatum Paxley, who might actually walk in the next week and take that belt off of Sol Ruka with something obviously with Zaria and like a mix-up motion and kind of put a wedge into the Culling? What are your thoughts as far as next week's match and what happened tonight?
I liked what they have going on tonight. I like the Cullen, so anything they could give us to sink our teeth into and just keep them in front of us, I don't mind. So I liked what they had going on. Luca is hilarious in those segments, and with Pax, to answer your question, yeah, obviously we got. I'm about to call it Delta again. I, I, all right. Well,
It's okay.
what is the name of the two together? I can never get this right.
Sorry. Soria. Zaruka.
All right.
Zaruka.
All right. Now with that group, I like the dynamic, and both of them are great in the ring.
Mhm.
But I look at someone like Pax and Soul, and the difference is Soul might be a little bit better in the ring. I think probably can agree on that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But and she's super athletic. One of the best finishing moves if it's done right out of anybody. You know,
Soul
we've talked
Snatcher.
about this. Yeah.
Let's go.
But I think Pax is so far developed in her character work. That sometimes that's what WWE leans towards. And
Mhm.
I think some of her deficiencies in ring, she can mask by how good of a character she is, especially if they really want to like lean into the character and add in nuances and have her doing more. So I'd say to answer your question, it may not happen, but it absolutely could happen. I mean, I would actually probably lean towards them doing it because I would love to see where it goes from there.
Be a fire title match back on Heatwave. Let's go.
Let's go.
Every match that was going down, I'm literally like Heatwave, 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 Heatwave. I'm like, let's run it back. Let's go. Heatwave.
Let's do it.
So that was cool. That was awesome to see. I agree with too because that would be the one where everyone's like, okay, obviously Soul's walking out of here with a win after
Yeah.
all these PLEs, everything else. And this is the one where Zarya kind of like, whoops, and then Soul and Pax is losing her mind because that's some genuine like excitement her winning that belt because oh my god, that would be crazy. So that would be cool. It's interesting. Next week's show is going to be awesome as well. I'm pumped to talk about next week because that's going to be a good show. Then we get the bougie baddie baby, Lash Legend,
Yes, sir.
taking on Fallon Henley. Great match, man. I am such a fan of Lash. I have been since the Metaphor, man. For a bit, for a, not
I
a
hated
big,
the name, but I was a fan of the group.
the Metaphor, yeah. Yes. No, it's just for a bigger girl. I mean that like stance wise and just
Yeah,
stature, like being taller, being like obviously bigger, but just being bigger than
yeah,
a lot of other women. Like she moved like crazy. She did an awesome job. In the ring, man, always doing comedic work, whatever it was, man. She was always, and she earned her stripes, and now she's here. Obviously was the second to last to be eliminated Evolution before Stephanie Vaquera gave her that devil's kiss on that apron. Man, God damn. See ya. That's it, baby, for you.
Vaquera, the legend.
Vaquera, yeah, I don't know.
Excuse me.
for real. Seriously, Vaquera is like, say what you want, and I don't want to get into the whole thing. We all know she wrestled at AEW very briefly before WWE, whatever, man. And we heard the comments wherever she went.
Yeah.
Being there's no Chilean wise, there's no one else I've seen come out from here. And she just has such a natural WWE doesn't have to put her in the PC to train her, just the trainer. AEW wouldn't have to put her on Dark or Collision to train her. Like she's if you want a natural talent from a female wrestler, Stephanie Vaquera is where you want to start building. If that's why you build your women's roster, she's one.
Yeah.
Like it's just so natural to her.
One of one. Yeah.
She really is. Like you don't see that come along in a long time. Like not have to get trained and learned into. She came out, has a great look. Obviously, she's amazing. Great in the ring. Amazing finisher. Obviously, the SVB is great too. Awesome. Like if someone hit me that with me, I wouldn't get up either. So the SVB will get it done as well, along with the Devil's Kiss. Obviously, a lot of dudes like that too. But I digress. So if it's sold right,
especially Booker.
Yeah, man. Every time now I see it on TV because obviously it's not an NXT. I'm like My kid's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it." I'm paying homage. But a great match. But even better about this whole match, JC Jane comes down, tries to get involved with Lash Legend. Nia Jax looking $1,000,000, baby. I've been talking about this, man. Obviously, she's Samoan. She was always a little bigger. What I saw with the Nia Jax I saw tonight, damn, like wow. I'll still climb that tree. But listen, she looks. I'm just saying. I've said it for months. But I'm saying she looked amazing, man. Great to see her in NXT. That's a great thing for NXT. I think to put her down, the feud with Lash. Because who's Lash going to take on?
Yeah.
Come on, Lash is going to beat the hell out of everybody.
Agree.
You bring Lion in. Here we go. So that was kind of cool to see. Obviously, with that happening, Fallon ends up hits what is her finisher? It's not a famouser. It's a famouser, but I forgot what she calls her finisher. If you know.
What is the name?
I can't remember. She hit it. I'm going to go write it down. I went.
Right when we get to the next segment, I'll be thinking about it.
You'll think about it. But obviously, it's a famouser. Great move. She hits that on Lash. Gets the 1, 2, 3. Nia then hits the Annihilator on her. That's going to be an amazing rivalry. That's going to be Heatwave, baby. That's worth the price of admission. I'm pumped, man. That's going to be good. Your thoughts on the match? And obviously, Fallon getting the win here, but also seeing Nia Jax making her debut down at NXT.
I dig the match, but I'd say Nia was the story here. Like you said, came out, looked like she's in great shape right now. Her and Lash, we left this match. Henley won the match, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we left this match thinking about Nia and Lash Legend. So I feel like that was the goal here, and they protected Henley as well. So I liked everything they did, but more than anything here, I'm more intrigued to see what they do with Jackson and Legend going forward.
That's going to be a grudge match. Definitely Heatwave. Book it.
Is it going to be a step? Is it going to be a step?
It's got to be I don't know. They're two bigger girls. I mean that respectfully. Last woman standing. False count anywhere, maybe.
Yeah. False count anywhere. Yeah.
Let's go. Bring it into the arena. Let's go, baby. Bring it by my seats. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Two little pieces I want to touch on before we get into Javon and Wesley locking it up in the ring. Yeah. During that women's match, we got the second Joe Hendry vignette of him just on your television screen. Yeah. And I was like, at that point, I was like, wait, what? Okay, two? What are we doing?
I feel like it's that, you know how they usually put something like Penta's coming.
Yep. Or a QR code. There was no QR code, but you got Hendry's face. So
yeah, that's what it is. It's like it's gonna do this probably for a couple of weeks, and then finally you're gonna get the one where the words pop up and it says Joe Hendry is officially NXT.
Yeah. He makes his return at Heatwave.
Exactly.
That's gonna be all the tweets and all the shows that we do. We just keep talking about Heatwave. Yeah. And then we get Josh in the back with Yoshi. We see the match obviously play out with Oba. Those guys kind of cancel each other out. Oba still retains.
Yeah.
And where we get Stacks? Stack's kind of talking to Josh. He's like, listen, man. Oh, whoa, come on, man. I'm sorry, talking to Yoshi. He's like, listen. Around here, loyalty does not work for you. That is not a thing. Family doesn't matter. Second time we talked about it tonight.
Yeah.
Family doesn't matter. They don't last. Yoshi knocks the taste out of Stack's mouth and says, next week I'll show you about honor. Next week's show is looking amazing, by the way. And then we get Ariana Grace coming over and kind of coddling, Stax's face. It's like they know each other for some reason. It's weird. Anyway, for those that don't know, there are a couple in real life. So it was cool they finally did it on air. It was cool to see that. That was funny. But yeah, so we get Stax, we got Yoshi next week, and those two fighting. That's going to be awesome to see. Yoshi, underrated talent, man. I love him. I love him being here from New Japan. He does a great job. Definitely gets the WWE style of wrestling very quickly. And Stax, I think. I mean, we saw Luca, we saw Stax. We're going to talk about Tony D at the end, but I think all three of these gents have a great kind of trajectory and going like where they get them going in different places because all three are going to be awesome. Luca, I think, is one of the most underrated, with the lawyer gimmick, doing things like that. But he's an amazing wrestler, and I really hope when he does get that call up, whatever he does in NXT, I hope he gets his just desserts and is able to have a good gimmick. Your thoughts as far as the backstage stuff? We talked about Joe Hendry, obviously, but your thoughts as far as Yoshi and Stax next week and what's going on with them?
Yoshi's one of my favorites in NXT right now, and it's definitely the New Japan vibe. Remember, I told you, he just looks like he's out of place, but it's just still amazing.
You get that half mohawk shit going on. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
Yep.
but he definitely picked up on the style quick. The Ariana Grace and Stax backstage stuff is pretty hilarious. Obviously, if you know, you know. If you didn't, you might just be a little confused.
Now you know.
But I enjoyed all of it, and I do want to see more with them, especially after coming out of the feud that they just all went through. So I do want to see where they go from there. So let's just give us something good. That's it.
Yeah, Stax obviously had he had the Heritage Cup.
Yeah.
Tony D was obviously a North American champion. Luca's kind of the one out here who hasn't really had touch really gold.
Yeah.
So hopefully he kind of goes to a Heritage Cup kind of. I'd like the Heritage Cup, and I'd like first of all WWE shop. Listen, make the replica. I don't care if you make one of 100, man. I'm getting one. I need it. I need that somewhere behind me on this desk when we talk about NXT.
The Heritage Cup is dope. They need to definitely put a little bit more emphasis in it, make it a little bit more of a big deal.
And I like how Lexus kind of made it where we don't. I did like the rounds. I'm not going to lie to you. I did like it. Obviously, it built a little more of the match, a little more mystique of who's going to win what, and you had the opportunity for a draw and a DQ, this, that, and the other. But I do like it's like the one round, like the pinfall, you win it, boom. But I like that they're keeping the Heritage Cup, they're keeping it going. Obviously, a UK throwback, but I like that they're keeping that around as like a low key title, if you will. But it's obviously a trophy, so
it's dope though. Like everything there should be more things like that. It's kind of like the MJF ring. So it's like it doesn't always have to be a belt. Like there should be, tournaments that you could just win, trophies that maybe you have for the year, stuff like that. So I do like the Heritage Cup. I know that might not be a super popular opinion, but personally, I think it's just as good as a belt.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Why would you want a belt when you can have a trophy? That thing is huge.
And you can hit
ass trophy.
It's better to hit people with.
When I went to battle, I was at Battleground when Tiffany he walked right by me with that. That trophy's huge. Don't get it twisted on TV. That thing is huge, bro. It's like it was like half the size. It was crazy. They need to make replicas, man. I need that coming in my house. Like, what is this box? It's the Heritage Cup. Let's go. It's like a Stanley Cup. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
So then we get Javon Evans, Wesley. Great match. Great. These two guys are awesome at what they do. Yo, Javon Evans, we can talk about. We did earlier. We can talk about him till the cows come home. I just he's awesome what he does in the ring. He really is bouncy, man. Like some of the moves he does is just It's going to be awesome to see what he does in the main roster in a couple of years when he gets that call up.
For sure.
It almost reminds me a little bit, maybe a little bit of Ron Killings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just doing some of that, some of the weird athletic stuff, like just for regular moves, where a regular like spin kick, where like he does something wild off the top rope. He'll go between the ropes. He'll come back at you.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that kind of stuff where he does like little extra stuff that's cool to watch presentation wise. You're like, damn, that's awesome. And obviously his cutter's sick off the top rope too. So
Crazy.
um hits that obviously, gets the 1, 2, 3. Then we get Oba on the top of I guess it's the balcony of NXT, if you will. The I can't think of the other word for it, but the balcony, I guess. Then we get Trick down here at the table on top of the announcer's table holding up his TNA belt. And Javon's
Yeah.
just kind of looking at everybody like, I don't really know who to go for, but I guess one of you's going to go. If I had to guess, just watching how all this is going, I don't know what's going to happen in Heat Wave. No, jokes aside, I don't know what's going to happen in Heat Wave. I think Javon gets a shot somewhere. If I had to guess, if we're looking at TNA last week, we'll talk. I talked about a little bit this, but we'll talk about it again this Thursday too.
Yeah.
I feel like Bound for Glory is the coming back for TNA. That's their come ups. That's obviously the WrestleMania. I feel like you might see the Oba Trick title for title at Bound for Glory, or maybe get a triple threat. Maybe it's a whoever. The way I would book it is, I would do a triple threat. It's whoever gets the first 2 pins wins the belt. So let's say Oba gets the first pin, boom, NXT Championship.
Yeah.
And maybe Javon gets the TNA Championship, or maybe vice versa. Maybe Oba becomes a TNA Championship. But at the end of the day, Trick gets shit. Like Trick gets busted out. He got nothing.
Yeah.
He's got to come back to NXT, crying, being upset, all that kind of stuff. So again, I'm looking at everything from where the last week of July. I'm already looking to October. How this is all going to start making sense. But Javon's definitely going to be a part of it, man. And I think Oba and Trick definitely have a collision course, whether it be Heat Wave, Bound for Glory, I don't know. But it's going to be awesome to see. Your thoughts as far as the match and how that ended with all the guys holding their belts up.
All right. So as far as the match, this was definitely my match of the night. You could push Evans to the moon. We could sit there and do a whole show literally talking about how good he is. Wesley, unless I guess you mean I'm a huge Rascals fan, so I'm big familiar with him. Today sitting in the room smoked out, yeah, you feel me? Yeah, so
I love it.
Yeah, one of my favorites over there is still Trey Miguel. So I love the Rascals. I love Wesley. So I knew when I looked at this, when this match was shown, I was gonna love it. But it was my match of the night. There's nothing I could say bad about it. That little stage that they walk out on though is pretty hilarious though. Like, what is that? What is that? Like, extra balcony out.
There's a word for it. I'm trying to think. It's like a mezzanine, or like whatever it is, like the extra part of a restaurant, like where they pop out. You're like, hey, yeah, mezzanine. There you go.
Yeah, well, yeah, that just always. He's not the first one I had to laugh at that came out on that.
Yeah, man,
Every time they come out on that's just hilarious. Because it's like, yo, they're like an arm's reach from you. They're like, you're talking like you're like on the top of a balcony or something. You're like,
Javon could literally jump that top rope and get to that. He just jump out of that shit.
This is what I'm saying. I'm waiting for someone to come cut that ruthless promo, and someone do that. Just jump up on it and springboard themselves over there, and just look at them.
Oh no!
Where's Ricochet when you need him?
Where's Kofi? Damn it! Or Ricochet? Damn, Ricochet can make it too.
He came back from that Braun Breaker injury.
Yeah, right. Oh God,
we're still waiting.
He's still out with internal injuries. We don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see.
to be determined at this point.
Yeah.
But I love the match. Like I said, this is my match of the night.
No, it was good. It was hella good, man. Like I said, anything Javon, and obviously Wes is great too, man. And then we get into this promo, man. I mean, I've always been a fan. Miles has always been cool for me. Obviously, with the the disability, man. This shit kind of, man. You and me both got kids. It's just like, this shit tugged my heartstrings, man. I'm like, damn, we're doing this on NXT at 9:30. What are we doing? Damn, nobody stop it. Like, he almost didn't make it out of birth, and
hold on. He goes out with Vaca. I can't feel too bad for him now.
Listen, I mean, the man is winning a life. Listen, he don't need to hear nothing. I'm not gonna. That's all I'm gonna go with that. He don't need to hear nothing. Listen, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's getting the devil's kiss. Anyway, I'm sorry. I had to. It's late. It's cool. I could do
and
it.
And enjoying it too.
But Vic Joseph obviously has to sit down with with Miles Bourne, and I didn't know the whole story. I knew he was deaf. I knew it was from
Yeah, I mean,
childbirth, and this was wild, man. Like it didn't start wouldn't start, and the machine that helped him actually made him deaf, and just
because of
and
radiation.
yeah, that's wild. And then he's hitting Vic with the. What'd you say? I'm just kidding. I heard you. I'm just. I'm like, yo, he risen on Vic Joseph, bro.
He
um,
got it. He got it. He's a star.
He really is, though. And again, I think you and me say this all the time. Like, a good amount of the time, we talk about some of the stars. It's like I really hope this resonates. I can't see him always being in NXT. He's so athletic. He really is, man. Get away from the get away from the Randy Jr. stuff. I get it. Okay, it's there. But
Yeah.
if he does make his ascension up, man, I really hope that it transcends into the main event. Like, this is not the guy that wants to talk. You don't want to chant "want that" because that's not cool. Like, read the room. Like, don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really hope he's able to get over with the not even just like, oh, we feel bad. He's a
Yeah.
great wrestler, great storyline, and I like that he plays into the depths. He's made out more. Him and Lexus definitely did the depth. Because I might be deaf, but everyone wishes you were mute. The fact that
Yeah.
we're playing on that is like wild to me. That he's comfy with that. That do that. If you could do that at NXT, you'll have a role at SmackDown and Raw. I just don't want him to be some kind of comedic stuff where he gets put in a stupid tag team. You know what I mean? Where they're making kind of fun of it. I want him to have like a good run.
Yeah.
Like I said, athletic as hell. The NQCC, he's done an amazing job. And I feel like people that were in that group when they branched out, like we talked about earlier, that was the start of watching what they can do. And now when they start branching off, and it's like, okay, let's see what they can do because obviously they got it done in that group. So,
Great.
your thoughts as far as the promo, and what the future holds for Miles Bourne down the road?
I mean, he's like we already said, he's winning at life.
Yeah, he's gonna win, baby. Yeah,
he apparently gets it. And that 10% hearing he has must not be that bad because he answers back pretty quick.
he does though.
Yeah. And he talks good. So, but you're right. I hope they don't ever what him. Read the room.
That's a little rough.
Unless he goes full-fledged heel and he plays into it.
That would be cool. That would
Then
be cool.
that would change it.
It's almost like the Kurt Angle "you suck" thing. He's like, yeah, I get it. Okay, because I'm deaf.
Yeah.
Say, well, okay, I get it.
Yeah, you feel me? So
Yep.
like on that aspect, yeah, I guess it could work. But he's another one of those wrestlers in the next 5 years. Booking's gonna dictate, but he's ready to be pushed to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So just figure out how you're gonna do it is the question.
I agree with that. No, he's great, man. And again, watch what the NQCC did, and obviously, like, Kayvon's out now too, and he's going to go on his own stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great to watch all of them go on. It's gonna be great.
Out of all of them, I think Bourne is the one that going in. Like when this group first started, I would have said Dempsey hands down because I think he's a technician. Like when it comes to in ring, he could make it in Japan, Mexico. You could kind of he's good wherever you send him, right?
Right.
But now that the group's dismembered, Bourne I think has by far the most potential out of any of them.
Yeah, and not for nothing, not to play on that. I mean, not that it's a sob, like I said, it's not a sob story.
Yeah.
But people will appreciate that. Everyone loves, like, look at again, a whole different, like, 180, but just use that as an example. Look at someone like Zach Gowen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, way different. Okay, that's an appendage. That's a whole different story. That's a whole different ball game. But again, people, I know WWE fans like that. It's a come up story. It's a success story.
Yeah,
and it'd be cool to see. So
they know you're working 2 times harder than the average person, and Zach Gowen maybe 5 times.
Hey, can we talk about Lexus King for a minute? My man dropped like 35, 40 lbs, man. My man's cut right now.
Yeah.
Like, say what you want as a heel, my man looking good.
That was always my problem with him. He had too much bulk for the things he was
chubby, little chubby a little bit.
Yeah, but it's like that's fine if he wasn't trying to still do like certain type of stuff. He was doing some of the moves he was doing takes like a little bit smaller stature. So I guarantee you right now his move sets, he's way more comfortable doing them. You know, because
he looks good, man. He be showing that off too. I'm like, damn, this man is.
And it also looked like he had real sideburns today.
He's getting away from it. He's getting away from that painted on shit.
Yeah.
Him and I talked about on last night on Monday on the Raw rundown, man. Him and Grayson Waller, man. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Grayson Waller be in the gym too. They'd be there together, helping each other.
See,
Damn.
I love Grayson Waller though. He's like one of those people. I know that maybe the ring part it could obviously get better, but
Right.
when it comes to microphone stuff, he just gets it.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like
absolutely. He'll
it,
beat the hell out of you before you even get in that ring. He's great at what he does.
yeah,
That's what I mean. I need him to be like obviously he has like the funny bars and he
yeah.
drops like the funny stuff. Like you need to be like a badass heel. Like dropping like massive insults. You're like, oh my god, jeez, what the hell? Like that's when he'll be good. Like it's
I
like
feel
not
like
funny.
that's probably the difference between having freedom to say things and maybe getting a little bit toned
Well, you're
down.
told what to say.
Because I feel like when he was kind of going, and I'm not gonna put the mic work on the same level, and I don't want to detour too fast, but I feel like MJF being so good on the mic is what eventually got you to realize how good he was in the ring, and
Yep.
he also got better in it. I feel like if Waller would have had the freelance to just say whatever the hell he wanted, probably would have made you love him before you see what I'm saying?
100%.
I think
100%.
he had the same ability.
Listen, if MJF's out here calling his boss an effing mark, like I
Yeah,
mean, you got to get some leeway from TK to be like, yeah, say what you want, say what I want. Okay, bet. I'll see you in a bit.
effing Mark.
make sure you watch the screen. I'll see you in a little bit. The hands down, man, hands down, one of the best shoot promos I think ever. Say what you, I know WWE's had their share. I know the pipe bomb, man. That
I,
promo, I don't think I picked my jaw off the floor for 5 minutes after MJ got out of that. After his mic got cut off
yeah.
and he walked out of the ring. I was like,
You
"There's
just
no
didn't.
way."
He blurred the lines completely
So
with that
much. Oh my god.
promo.
And that's what they needed, man. It was so good. Oh,
Yeah.
anyway, back over to the other three
Back
letters.
to
We got
business.
NXT over here. Back over here on Tuesday nights. Before we get into Santino Morella and Ethan Page, Fatal Influences out here, and they're like, "Hey, who had the better night tonight?" Fallon and Fallon and JC were mincing words. They couldn't even get everything out before Nia Jax grabs that camera. We all know how volatile the NXT parking lot can be. I didn't know how it was all going to go down. Someone's getting the shit kicked out of them. I don't know what's going down in NXT. But Nia pretty much is like, "You want some of this? You think I'm done with you? I got all of this for you. Let's go, baby." I'm like, "Wow." So Nia apparently is again heat wave. Nia is going to be a mainstay for a while. They're probably building her up to that event for there. God, bring her to Bound for Glory too. I don't care. Let's go. Like
Really?
I don't even care. Have her. That's somebody who should go for the TNA Championship in the knockouts. Nia Jax should be contending for an NXT Women's Championship or the TNA knockouts. Man, that woman is legit. Obviously, she's dropped some lbs. I think she's been great before that, but that's a legitimate force who can get the job done. And when she beats you and drops that annihilator, it's a 1, 2, 3. It's over, man.
Agree.
Um,
100%.
so great promo work, man. Great to see Nia in NXT for a little bit, which is good because I think it kind of ran its course a little bit after Evolution. So, but like I said before, I know people poo-poo it on on the internet. People don't look at it as a demotion anymore. Maybe 6, 7 years ago, VKM was there, like you're going to NXT, you're going to NXT. Oh, come on, man. What did I do? Am I getting released tomorrow?
Yeah, you are getting released if he sent you.
Yeah. But now it's like, Paul comes over and it's probably a Paul Sean collaboration. They're like, "Hey, listen, why don't you come down here? Why don't you help these guys out? We're gonna put you in a main role with this person, this person." They're like, "Yeah, sure, I'll be down there. See you in Florida."
I
Like
mean,
now they're like happy for it because they're giving back to the business. Like they're helping out.
gotta think like this. At the end of the day, we don't have nothing for you right now. Do you
Huh.
want to do nothing, or do you want me to? Do you want to help some of these young ladies improve?
And they'll do something.
And you have something to do, you
Yeah.
know.
And,
So
and say what you say about Nia, man, but now I feel like any diva, even Charlotte Flair. Look at Charlotte Flair. Now we talked about earlier on the SummerSlam on the prediction show. Like, look how much she didn't want. She honestly probably didn't want to help anybody. Just want for her. Now look at her. Like
yeah,
this is amazing, and I think all the women realize now. It's like, oh, we're in an environment now where we just give back. No one's taking my spot, but when I'm done, this person's gonna take my job. You know what I mean? It's not like no one's forced, no one's pushing me out, but I'm
yeah,
helping this person to learn. And it's not looked at like that. What it was with VKM and the other regime.
yeah.
Whereas if you want to you put this person over for me real quick, yeah, no problem. And then 2 days later, you're released and they have a job, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So now it's just giving back, helping out, helping the younger generation. How they stay like relevant is just keeping it going, keeping the line moving. I guess.
Agree.
So that was cool to see. Then we get our main event. this match was cool for me. It's a throwback. Anytime Santino Marella is in the middle of a WWE ring, NXT, Raw, SmackDown does not matter. Awesome stuff. Ethan Page, say what you want. The guy is great at what he does in between those ropes. Obviously, for the newly minted, this is a relic apparently, but the newly minted Canadian North American Championship, which looks
Beautiful
awesome by the
belt.
way. If I can pick it up on Shop, it's going to be here soon. You're going to see the both
You already
belts
got
here.
it?
Soon. Payday's next week. Yeah, you're gonna see both belts sitting here. I gotta start buying some more belts. I was telling Big Mike, we were talking about it on Friday. I got a great collection, but I need something like I need an NXT belt. I need maybe a TNA belt, maybe one of the newer belts. Like I gotta start buying some other stuff. So you'll see some stuff popping up the rest of the year. But good stuff. Again, we get a third Joe Hendry vignette. This has got to be whether it's next week. Screaming to me again. I'm just trying to pick the next PLE.
Yeah.
Makes his debut for WWE Heatwave. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. But we get another vignette for Joe Hendry looking at the screen. Great match. Santino definitely still has it, man. Doing the splits move, doing everything he needs to do. Bust out the Cobra. Didn't work out in his favor tonight, man. Gets a twisted grin. 1, 2, 3. Ethan walks out of there. Still your North American champion. I mean, I think this is going to bleed into Thursday night. I'm sure Santino will have something to say about that. We saw last week on TNA that the troops are getting lined up. They're getting formed over on Thursday nights. So it's only a matter of time before we're looking at something. I don't want to say Survivor Series, Ash, but it might be a winner take all, some kind of weird thing. Not for company wise, but just in general of who's the better brand. Something like that. But yeah, your thoughts on the match? Obviously, Ethan walks out of there. He's the win, but obviously Santino looked great at what he did. Your thoughts on on the main event?
I mean, the little kid in me wanted Santino to walk away with this belt, and bring it back to TNA to even the partnership. Muhaha. Nah. But yeah, I do love Santino. I think I told you before that was one of my daughter's favorite wrestlers growing up.
Yep.
And for the women, AJ Lee and Mercedes, well, Sasha at the time was always her two favorites. But that great match. Ethan, I feel like is already. I know he's doing favors right now.
Absolutely.
He needs to be that third man in the Rollins group, or fourth man, I should say.
He's not playing B, he's playing E, baby.
Yeah. He needs to be the guy to come for that. But I love everything he's doing in NXT. The match, great way to go out. Had it not been for the maniac Javon Evans, this may have been my match of the night. Unfortunately, Evans just is in a different world. Him and Wesley did something on a whole nother level. But I did like the match. It was a great way to end the show, and that is an amazing looking belt. I will say again.
If I can grab it, I'm telling you, it's probably gonna be crazy though. I hate when they do like the specialty belts. I'm like, that's gonna be an extra $200 to do it. I'm like, just charge the regular price, please. Like, come on, I just want to buy it.
Yeah.
The last thing we'll talk about, you did talk about the end of the show. It was almost the end of the show. Almost. Yeah. We talked about Luca. We talked about Stacks. I already put a tweet out about it. Like, we got to talk about it for a couple minutes before we get out of here. Obviously, we see Tony D at the table in the restaurant. Lights out.
Yeah.
Not very colorful. Very dark. My man. My concierge brings over the wine. Here you go, Don. He's like, no, times are changing, man. It's just Tony D.
Yeah.
Rolls out his silverware, gets that napkin out. Nice. Tony hears a noise, looks behind him, man. A big shadow encompasses Tony. We're on the Channel 5 News. So it was very quick. So personally, I put it out already. My thought process was, and again, his letters, nothing starts with a B, first of all, so it can't be a plan B. But I saw someone put a Paul Heyman GIF up, and I was a GIF up, and I'm like, it's not Paul Heyman. That's big. I get it. But then I put up something with obviously Bronson Reed. So I don't know, man. I said it before. We talked about it with Great American Bash. That was whatever's going to happen. This breakup, Tony's gone, and the whole thing with don't call me the Don anymore. I'm just Tony D. That was the first piece. As soon as he said it, I went, oh, well, there you go. That's him literally just being like, nah. I don't have a family anymore. I got to start over. This is the new thing.
Yeah.
Real quick, throw it out there. Who's the Shadow? Is he getting the call up? Where's he going? Raw or SmackDown? Your thoughts?
Yeah, and
It's
he's
tough,
got it.
right?
He's got to get the call up. So
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
the call up's happening. Um,
A big
that
Shadow.
yeah, that's what I mean. This shadow could be like a.
Omos? Omos? What?
Is it Vare?
Oh,
He,
oh
he,
no, he's coming. He's coming,
all
baby. He'll get
right,
there.
he's still coming. All right,
He's
cool.
still coming. He's still coming.
I don't know, man. If I gotta take a guess out there, um, I don't think it'd be anyone in NXT unless they had somebody new coming in.
No, it's got to be. It's got to be a
So
call up.
yeah, so I take that off the plate, and I guess he would be a good fourth man. So
Yeah.
there,
You want to talk about family? You want to talk about he's supposed to be the leader of something, right? I mean, not for
yeah,
nothing.
yeah. So because if you think about it in storyline, right? How many groups and that's not to say that a group can't just post somebody up that you didn't know about, right? But
Oh,
how many groups are looking for people? I guess that would be the starter to look for the people. You know what I'm saying? Seth is looking for somebody. He got big people in his group. Who else is looking for someone?
so for me, it's weird because obviously NXT has the partnership, right? So you got to look at TNA. You look in, you're like, okay, there's not really too many people in TNA looking for like groups that need leaders, but then there's one. There is one.
Yeah.
Dark State. Would Dark State want someone like Tony D to kind of pull it together after their loss at Slammiversary? Because they were disheveled. They were taken aback when they lost to the system at Slammiversary. Trust me, I was right there. They were pissed. They looking at each other, infighting or pushing each other around. Like, what's going on? Who's to say, you know, Osiris isn't jumping up on this guy and be like, "Yo, Tony, come hang with us, man. We need a leader." Makes sense.
Yeah.
But then I look at TNA and the system doesn't need anyone. You got Moose. You don't need that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel
And
like Dark State, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, that Dark State would be a good pick. But I think that it probably got to be Reed or Braun,
Yeah,
or
that's what I'm
Braun.
thinking.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
Braun or Braun. Got have to be one of them. But although it was a big shadow, sure it's not Big Vito.
Oh,
Yo,
they were doing. Hey, they were doing stuff with it. They were supposed to do stuff with him a while back, and they didn't. So you
that would
never know.
actually be pretty cool if you know wrestling and you're old enough to know who Big Vito is. If you had
That'd be
him
sick.
manage him on the main roster, that would be pretty cool.
That's sick. And then he takes Tony up to like the top. Yo, that'd be
Yeah,
nasty.
you see what
That'd
I'm
be
saying?
nasty.
Like, so I would like something like that. But I'd say most likely he's gonna turn around and he's gonna be staring at Braun. It's gonna be two of them, two huge maniacs named Braun, and when they move, you're gonna see the Oracle come walking through between them.
Yeah,
With a
no, I
contract.
agree. They got it. I think that makes sense right now. And if that's the case, I think what we all talked about also too earlier, I think that kind of tells you Seth is going to be out for a little bit. And they need someone. And Tony has done a great job being that leader for 2 years. 2 years he's been in NXT,
Also gonna put
building
him
the family, man.
a great spot upon being called up.
Oh, great. And then him and Seth, and then obviously he comes back, him and Seth, bro. And say what you want, man. Tony D again. I say it's not a body shame kind of thing because I think all wrestlers go through this. Gunther is probably the biggest one of that.
Yeah, he
Not that no wrestlers can be bigger. They're thick. They don't have to be, the VKM stuff where they need to be Brock Lesnar's and they need to be like, not Hulk Hogan's, with the 25-inch pythons, But if you watch Tony D over the past 6 months, my man dropped some lbs,
yeah.
hit the gym. Stomach came in. And I get his thing. He's Italian, whatever. I'm Italian. I get it. The stomach came in a little bit. The arms got bigger, and it's a maturation of, listen, you're going to be a main event guy. You got to be up here. We're not saying you got to sit here and be like, have a six pack and the V, on your waist and all this other huge ass arms, but you need to drop like 15 pounds just so we can kind of market you out here.
Also,
we got Kevin Owens. We're fine. We don't need anybody.
Just for your conditioning. It's like, look, we don't
But
want you
yeah,
having no
no,
energy in the ring.
yeah, it's all it is, man. And it's the grind. It's these guys kind of get into it, and it's not for nothing. But you're gonna be up here putting up 20, 25 matches, 25-minute matches, man. We're
Yeah,
not saying you're not in shape, but you got to be in shape to
yeah.
run and not get blown up. You don't need to be breathing hard like Jey Uso during a promo after he eats for 25 minutes. I need someone that can kind of go. You know what I mean? Like I don't need. I can listen. Like Jay, take a minute. Jay, take a breath. Take a breath, Jay.
Deep breath,
Like,
bro.
damn, you gonna pass out. I listened to him last night. I'm like, how is he that blown up from just eating? He does like 25-minute matches. I don't get it.
Bro.
But yeah, anyway. But yeah, the show was great tonight. Next week's show looks just as good. I think they're gonna start cooking at NXT. Nia Jax is just like the tip of the iceberg. The stuff going down with Tony D. Once they bring one up, there's 3 more coming up the other side to be bigger stars too. So it's gonna be great. I'm excited for it. And obviously we're marching toward Heat Wave, which is August 24th, 3.5 weeks away. So me and my boy over here we'll be there live, giving you guys some insight live from the auditorium. So that'll be cool. So it's gonna be a good show. But I think the shows are starting to pop off here. They're starting to put a lot of stories together. And the sky's the limit moving into the end of the year. Obviously, Stand Deliver back in March and April. So it's gonna be good stuff, baby. I'm glad we got this show now to talk about every week, and I've gotten good feedback. So I'm glad we're here for it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Awesome. No, babe, thank you. Damn, double duty, man. I appreciate you, man. Joining me. You could be like, no, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Oh, Grande? Okay, we'll go there. Which on Grande though? One of 3. Which one do you want?
I like them all. Fan of all 3.
If what I'm hearing is true about Pete Dunne, man, damn, bro.
Was that Photoshop or was that a real picture?
No, I think it. So I looked at it like someone. I don't know if it's a thing. It hasn't not been confirmed. But they had a picture of Pete Dunne and they showed like he's got the chin indent here, then the nose. I think it's Pete Dunne.
No, that was definitely Pete Dunne in that mask that I seen.
That's wild, bro. I can't believe that's what But like I said last night, people are mad about it. You're poo-pooing it. Oh my God, Pete Dunne, he's washed. He's in the mud. Oh my God. You guys don't understand. Ludwig and him had a thing 4 months ago when he was trying to help Pete become a better guy and get him to come to the dark side and be a better heel. And now he's helping said what's what I'm looking for? Timu Grande Americano, who's gonna come and help him now as his sympathist. And they're gonna form a tag team. Let it cook, guys. Let it cook.
You gotta give it time.
You do. That's what Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne and him were tagging, remember? And then they got mad at each other because he couldn't win, and then Pete Dunne kind of disappeared. And Ludwig kind of disappeared as well. So we'll see what happens, but it's gonna be interesting. But the fact that I saw a third Grande pop out last night, I was like, shut up. Stop it. 3.0? What is this shit? Come on, man. I saw someone like, it's Chad. Yo, Chad can't move his left arm. Don't worry about it. He ain't doing nothing. Calm down.
Not Chad.
Nah, I ain't Chad. But awesome stuff, man. Always on a Tuesday. Obviously, everyone knows you were here on the SummerSlam prediction show. You here tonight, NXT Rewind, man. Where can everyone find you when you're not doing all this stuff over here talking about wrestling?
At Mob Squad 508, YouTube and X, or here every Tuesday on Chairshot Sports.
Awesome, man. Awesome stuff. You guys can find me. I'm not doing the whole thing again. 7 days a week. You can probably find me doing something Monday through Friday, SmackDown, Raw, NXT, TNA, talking wrestling, whatever it is, guys. But yeah, definitely like, comment, subscribe, do the thing. Drop a comment. Let me know what you thought about tonight's NXT show. And if there's anything you do for me and Mike, definitely shoot it a thumbs up. Helps myself, helps him out as well. Puts us in the algorithm for YouTube, and it's a big help. So, my man. Well, after 2 shows, I'm gonna go get some sleep. I know you are too, since we're in the same time zone. So,
yes, sir.
All right, man. For Mike Norton, baby, I'm John Anthony. It's been a pleasure. We'll see all of you guys tomorrow night on the Chairshot Sports Weekend Wrestling.